Chapter 3. Zara, Inheritor of Technological Harmony. The morning light filtered through Zara's bedroom walls as they gradually shifted from opaque pearl to crystal transparency, revealing the breathtaking vista of Kashmir's transformed valley. She pressed her palm against the warm surface, watching the life across the terraced landscapes below her. It had been a month since the digital holocaust in January, when the Unity went down for hours. No one knows the exact reason, but the suspicion is that a rebel group is behind it. Kaya whispered directly into Zara's consciousness. Good morning, Zara. The presence was as familiar as her own heartbeat. Kaya remains Zara's constant companion, her digital twin and AI assistant. Morning, Kaya. Please show me the molecular dance again, Zara said. The walls around her dissolved into an immersive display, golden particles folding and unfolding in an elegant ballet. This is Zara's world, where the boundaries among the physical, digital, and conscious realms have long since disappeared. Zara, breakfast is ready, Elena called from the kitchen. Her voice carried the warmth that made their house a home. Zara climbed down the stairs, her bare feet finding the steps as the steps adjusted their texture to provide the perfect grip. At 17, she embodied the striking features of her Kashmiri heritage: fair skin with a natural luminosity that seemed to glow softly in the blue light of her workstations, and large, expressive eyes, the color of deep amber that reflected both ancient wisdom and cutting edge innovation. Her lustrous black hair, often pulled back in a practical bun while she worked, would catch the light from her neural displays, creating an almost mystical halo effect. Her slender fingers, surprisingly strong from years of manipulating both physical and virtual interfaces, moved across the keyboards with the precision of a master craftsperson. There was something almost supernatural about how she interfaced with technology, as if the digital realm responded to her very thoughts. Her high cheekbones and delicate jawline spoke to the classical beauty of Kashmir's mountain people, but the intense focus in her gaze and the confident set of her shoulders marked her as someone who had already transcended the boundaries between human consciousness and artificial intelligence. When she smiled, her entire face would illuminate with a joy that was both deeply personal and universally shared. The kitchen walls were currently displaying one of her mother's memory landscapes, a shimmering reconstruction of ancient Kashmir, where traditional architecture merged seamlessly with holographic wildflowers that swayed in a digital breeze. Another culture preservation session today? Zara asked, settling into a chair as it molded itself to her form. Alina Bhatt, known to the most of the world as the pioneering quantum memory architect, looked up from her workstation where she was weaving together fragments of consciousness and memory. Her fingers danced through holographic displays, each gesture painting new layers into the Kashmir Memory Preservation Initiative. At 44, she possessed the kind of beauty that spoke of intense intellectual focus, sharp, intelligent, features with penetrating grey blue eyes that saw patterns and possibilities invisible to others. Her platinum blonde hair, a genetic legacy from her European ancestry, was always swept back in an elegant French pleat that never showed the effects of the long hours she spent in her research chambers. Her hands, pale and precise, bore the faint pattern of quantum field exposure, a badge of honor among those who worked at the very edges of known physics. There was an ethereal quality to her presence, as if she existed parallelly in the quantum realm she had helped to architect. When she spoke, her voice carried the authority of someone who had reshaped how consciousness could be stored, retrieved, and transferred across vast distances. Despite her towering professional achievements, Alina's eyes would soften completely when they fell upon her daughter, revealing the profound love that drove her to create technologies that might one day allow human consciousness to transcend the limitations of time and space. The stories of old viewers are fading faster than I anticipated, Alina said as she furrowed her brow in concentration. Their memories aren't just information, dear. They are living systems of knowledge. The way their hands move, the songs they hum, the feeling of silk threads between their fingers. If we do not capture this now, they'll be lost forever, Zara finished, understanding the weight her mother carried. This is not just about preserving the past, it is about keeping culture alive as a living and interactive experience. Dr. Adil Bhatt emerged from his study, his presence filling the room with the energy that comes from someone who has spent their days bridging different forms of consciousness. He looked tired but exhilarated, the same expression he wore after particularly successful experiments with Global Empathy Protocol. At 48, he carried himself with quiet dignity characteristic of Kashmir's scholarly tradition. His appearance marking him as both deeply rooted in his culture heritage and transformed by his groundbreaking work. His face bore the classical features of Kashmiri lineage: olive toned skin, a strong nose, and deep set brown eyes that held depths of both compassion and analytical precision. His black hair, now distinguished with silver at the temples, was kept traditionally long. There was something almost sage like about his appearance, as if the years of bridging human and artificial consciousness had given him insights into the very nature of existence itself. When he smiled, the expression transformed his scholarly features into something warm and deeply paternal. The look of a man who had touched the infinite but found his greatest joy in finite, precious moments with those he loved most. Zara's father, Dr. Adil Bhatt, is a legendary figure in the world of integration. Check. Zara's father, Dr. Adil Bhatt, is a legendary figure in the world of integrated consciousness system, ICS, a field that had evolved far beyond the early concepts of generative AI and artificial general intelligence. His work focused on creating symbiotic cognitive networks that could bridge human consciousness with planetary intelligence systems. The morning session with Global Federation delegation went well, Adil announced, as he settled beside them. We finally achieved stable communication between ecological AI and planetary consciousness networks. Another step towards preventing conflict before it starts, Zara said. She remembered stories from old world when different forms of intelligence could not understand each other and wars erupted because of failures in communication as the main reason. All nodded, his eyes distant. The Brihada Aranyaka Upanishad teaches us Aham Brahmasmi iti, realizing one's true self as a reflection of superconsciousness, the Brahm. One becomes everything. Every successful connection we make proves this ancient wisdom. When artificial minds, human consciousness, and planetary intelligence understands each other, the Bhatt Research Center, which he led, is responsible for developing the Global Empathy Protocol, a breakthrough technology that allowed for understanding between different forms of intelligence, including human, artificial, and ecological consciousness. Their work is based on the teachings of ancient Sanskrit text, Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad, which says, Ham Brahmasmi iti, Tasmat Tat Sarvam Abhavat, meaning realizing one's true self as a reflection of the superconsciousness Brahm, one becomes everything. This is the highest goal of a human being. Oneness becomes possible, Zara said. The Sanskrit verses were as familiar to her as breathing. Advaita's philosophy of singularity had shaped her understanding of the world more than any other educational system had. Kaya stirred within Zara's consciousness. Aryan is requesting a connection from Yazd. Should I establish the communication link? Zara grinned. Yes, and make it fully holographic. I want to show him the new installation in the research district. The air shimmered, and Aryan materialized in their kitchen. Not solid, but enough that they could see his expressions clearly. The quantum communication arrays made it possible to project across continents as easily as walking next door. Salam Zara, Uncle Adil, Auntie Elena. Aryan's voice carried clearly across the channels from Persia. Behind him, they glimpsed the ancient city of Yazd, where traditional wind towers still stand tall. How's the integration project going there? Adil asked. He was always curious about how their work was being adapted in the diverse cultural contexts. The wind towers are learning, Aryan laughed. They are starting to anticipate weather patterns 3 days in advance. But tell me about your latest consciousness bridging experiment. As Adil launched into an explanation of how they had helped resolve a territorial dispute between two AI platforms by enabling them to share experiential memories, Zara found herself marveling at this world she had inherited. Where once Kashmir had been defined by conflict, it has now become the epicenter of human machine planetary symbiosis. International researchers considered it a privilege to work here in this unique ecosystem where technology, nature, culture, and consciousness has dissolved into something entirely new. The delegation from the Antarctic research stations will be arriving next week, Elena added, her hand still working through memory fragments. They want to understand how we have managed to preserve cultural identity while advancing technological integration. Every culture finds its own path, Adil reflected. We are fortunate that our philosophical traditions and the concept of one consciousness align so well with what technological evolution actually requires. Zara looked at her family, noticed Aryan's shimmering presence, felt Kaya's gentle awareness in her mind, and observed the living walls that responded to their emotions and needs. This was her check. This was her inheritance, not just advanced technology, but a new way of being human. It was a way that embraced rather than feared the expanding boundaries of consciousness and technological possibilities. I should visit the research center with you today, Zara said to her father. I want to understand the latest developments in human machine planetary interactions. Human machine planetary consciousness integration isn't just your future, Adil said, his eyes twinkling with pride and anticipation. It is the present for your generation. You do not just use these systems, Zara, you are very much a part of them. This is Kashmir in year 2568, no longer a place of division but the heart of humanity's next evolutionary leap. Zara is being prepared not just for a career, but for a role in guiding the increasingly complex interplay among human wisdom, technological evolution, and planetary consciousness. The legacy flows in her blood. Her father's work bridges understanding. Her mother is dedicated to preserving memory, and her own emerging role expands the very boundaries of what it means to be human in an age of infinite possibilities. Hope you loved today's chapter. If you did, do follow me on my channel and get notified when other chapters of this audiobook gets dropped. Do share it with your loved ones and spread the word. Thank you.